it's Christy. Today we're going to go through a mindful vinyasa class. So you may want a blanket and a couple of blocks or towels and books to improvise if you don't have those things. I've titled this class Strong but Soft. So we're going to kind of think about the ways we are like that in our life and in our practice. We have both, so we have like a masculine side, which is, our doing, our giving, our stability, our focus and determination. And then we also have a feminine side, which is very creative and flowy, a lot of energy, intuition, movement. So we have a masculine side and we have a feminine side. And we need to have both in order to function properly. And we all have both depending on who we are. So let's get started on our backs. Go ahead and lie back onto your back. And you have options for the legs, so you can have feet to the floor. You can have soles of the feet together. If you need blocks for the legs, you can slide those in. You can also do like a tree pose, so you can take your left leg long and have your right leg into a tree shape. Doesn't matter, pick what you like. I always say pick your medicine. That is what you need for today in your body and your practice. And let's go ahead and settle in. So get the wiggles out, make adjustments, and then find a place where you can begin to tap into your practice. Notice what you notice today, what's showing up for you. Maybe you close your eyes, soften the gaze, relax the jaw, find space in the neck and shoulders. And just begin to let things go that could be pulling at your mind. Dedicate this next hour just for you, to recharge, to explore, to be curious. That's what it's all about. And let's begin to do some breath work just to begin our practice. So what we're going to do to start, we're going to do a double inhale and a long exhale. So what that looks like, we're going to inhale again, long exhale. So very simple, try not to make it too complicated. Your hands can be on your body, your hands off to your side, whatever it is that you like. And let's begin doing a few together, and you'll do some on your own. So begin by exhaling all the air out. Inhale through your nose. Inhale again. Exhale out the nose or mouth. Inhale. Again. Exhale. One more together. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue on your own. Double inhale, long exhale. There's no wrong way to do this. If you're breathing and you're aware of your breath, you're doing it correct. Just notice where you can relax a little bit more in your body as you breathe and settle in. start to take your head from side to side, feeling into the neck, knowing there's no hurry, there's no rush. Go ahead and finish up your last double inhale, long exhale. Allow your skull to return back to center and just feel into the back of your body as we're here. Notice what you notice. And I want you to ask yourself, like, where in your life are you very masculine? Where are those traits that show up for you? The giving, the structure, the doing. Soften the elbows, relax the fingers. If you're on one side of a tree, go ahead and switch to the other leg. You always have permission to change the shape, so if you need to do something else with the legs, do it. And now I want you to think about where you are more feminine. So that creativity, that intuition, the flow, the receiving. Thank goodness we have both, right? I've really been thinking a lot about my masculine and feminine and just kind of noticing where I'm a little bit too much on my masculine and not enough feminine. Maybe it's in action, maybe it's in emotion, maybe it's in thought. You know, there's many layers, just like our practice. The more awareness we have, the more awareness that comes. And just like a battery, you know, there's a positive and a negative. You know, there's not one that's better than the other. You've got to have both, which is nice. And then bring your attention internally to your spine, the length of your spine from the base of your skull all the way down into your pelvis, your tailbone. Think about that strong structure. Think about the back of the spine. And then think about the front of the spine. And the sides of the spine, the left and the right. And how beautifully it can rotate and extend and bend and reach, twist, all the different movements our spine can make. And when we do these movements, it releases synovial fluid and it just feels good, you know? So as you're here, can you reach your spine a little bit longer? And just bring your mind's eye to your heart center and really find gratitude for this day, for this time to practice, for your beautiful body, beautiful breath. Anything can happen. If you have blocks, go ahead and remove the blocks. If you have a knee out to the side or both knees out to the side, just gently use your hands to either side of the knees and walk your feet in towards you. It can feel really nice to take your hands to your thighs and just kind of press your hands into your thighs. You can maybe get a little traction of the spine. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. Roll the ankle. Keep your left foot on the ground unless you want to extend the leg. Roll the ankle in the other direction. Kind of spread the toes. And then begin to take some gentle knee circles. Rolling around in the hip joint, really thinking about the right side of the pelvis, how it is fluid and moving, while the left side is bringing that strength and stability. Reverse the direction, and how cool it is that we can think about our pelvis in two separate sides and that they can do two separate things. Kind of like, I love an octopus. I love how each arm can do something completely different. So I guess in my own way, this is me being the octopus. And then go ahead and reach your right leg up. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Point and flex the foot. Point and flex. Soft bend in the knee. And I want you to think about the four corners of the bottom of your foot. So think about the place right underneath the big toe mound, right underneath the pinky side toe mound, the inner heel, and the outer heel. And see if you can notice when you bring that awareness, does anything else happen in the leg? So for me, I felt my hip flexor turn on, which is pretty cool. And we're just going to take some small circles here, not large ones, still thinking about spreading our toes and the four corners of our feet, as if we were just sliding our foot around on this imaginary wall. Reverse the direction. Come back to center and just do some bending of the knee, extending of the leg. Not hyperextending, just being very mindful here. Take a couple more. Just how amazing our bodies are. And then find a half happy baby. Right knee goes to the outside of the right ribs. Holding anywhere on the leg, you may need to hold behind the knee, outside of the foot, inside of the foot. And slowly release. Take a moment to notice your right side versus your left. You can even reach the legs out long. Let's go ahead and do that. Long body stretch, arms may reach overhead, and just notice. Both feet to the floor again. This time, left knee comes in towards your chest. Rolling the ankle. Reversing. Just really feeling the luxury of exploring the body. Exploring how strong we are. Roll the knee around into some circles, but also at the same time, how soft we can be, which I think is important. Reverse the direction. Again, relaxing the jaw, the cheeks, the eyes are soft. Inhale, reach the left leg up and think about the four corners of your left foot. Point and flex. So as you're thinking about the four corners of your left foot, you're also thinking about the four corners of your right foot. And then just stir that leg. Reverse the direction. And come back to center. Inhale, knee bends. Exhale, leg extends. Inhale, knee bends. Exhale, leg extends. One more. Bend and straighten. Half happy baby, holding behind the knee. Outer edge, inner edge. Left knee is going to the outside of your left ribs. Breathe into the inner thigh. And slowly release. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Maybe you start to lift the shoulders up off the mat. And exhale, release. Bring your feet back to the floor. And we're going to come back to thinking about our lower spine down into our pelvis. So bring your mind's eye there. And think about your belly button and the space directly behind the belly button. And can you knit or cinch that area together? So front of spine and behind the belly button. And for me, that's just a way to start to activate my core. So that's going to be kind of important throughout our practice. I'm going to refer a lot to the space behind the belly button just so that you know what I mean. And let's bring our right arm across the body, stretching into the shoulder. Maybe you gently start to turn your head towards the right. Come back to center. We're going to bring our right arm out to the side so our palm is touching the ground, and just take some half shoulder moves here. Your arm may not go up all the way overhead. Just know when you feel sensation, you've met your edge, and just pause there. And see how fluid you can get the movement. Let's do a couple more. Almost like you're making a half snow angel in the snow. And slowly release. This time, bring your left arm across your chest. Really use your right hand to hug that arm in. Perhaps you gaze over the left shoulder. Send your breath where you feel it. And release. So again, we're going to find the back of the palm to the floor. Just reaching out, extending through the arm. Really soft in the face. The rest of our body's not moving. We're just isolating the movement in the shoulder. And release. Go ahead and do both arms just to compare. Feels really nice. And one more. Release. Come back to that idea of front of the spine behind the belly button, and we're going to lift our knees up. Bring our arms out in a T, and just allow our knees to fall directly out of the hip over to the right, knees together. Feel free to use support, blankets, blocks between the knees if you need. And just really release in the low back, release in the sacrum. See what you notice when we shift and change our shapes. And then again, knit together that space behind the belly button as you inhale. Come back to center. Feet stay off the floor. Press your four corners into your imaginary wall. And then slowly on your exhale, allow your knees to fall over to your left. I got some nice little cracks in the spine. I love being my own chiropractor. And just pausing here. Same shape, different side. Could be a whole different ball game. We just notice without judgment. Inhale back back to center. Let's move side to side. Again, keeping that connection behind the belly button. Inhale lifts us up. Exhale, we're just twisting side to side. And your knees may not go all the way to the ground. Do what you can do. If you want to challenge yourself, you can begin to straighten the legs. It's much more difficult. Really grounding your shoulders in, so try not to let one shoulder lift up. If it starts to, that's kind of where you stop with the knees. A few more. Twisting of the spine, twisting of the hips. And then inhale back to center, knees to chest. Two options, we're headed to our tabletop, so either rock and roll the length of your spine or just allow your knees to fall to one side and come up. I'm going to rock. And hands and knees. Blanket is always nice under the knees, extra cushion. I'm going to place blocks at the front of the mat if I need them. And then here we are, placing our hands down on the mat. You want them directly, your wrists directly under the shoulders, maybe even a little bit further depending on your body. So get that going. You want your hips stacked over the knees. Your toes can be tucked or you can be on the tops of the feet, kind of your preference. And I want you to think about into the palms of the hand like we did the four corners of the feet. So right underneath the index finger, the pinky finger, the palm, and right beside the thumb, those four corners. Engage in those areas and really feel into your fingertips. And as you do that, that's going to turn the elbows in towards one another. And we're just here for a moment. Thinking about how we feel here. We're thinking about engaging that space behind the belly button. And let's take some wrist circles. So slowly moving, feeling into the wrists. Some of us have sensitive wrists, so it feels really good to lubricate the wrist and reverse. Sometimes in yoga we can do a practice that's really heavy on the wrist. So take care of your wrists. And then come back to center. And let's take some cat-cows here. Flexion and extension of the spine. We're going to inhale, let our belly drop, tailbone slowly lift, gaze forward, maybe even up. So nice stretch in the throat. Keep your engagement of the hands. And then exhale, round, arch the spine. Maybe you look down at the floor or down back towards your belly button. Cat pose. So moving back and forth into your cat and your cow. Trying to keep your awareness on all the things we've discussed so far. And we're breathing. Most importantly, we breathe on our movements. If you practice Ujjayi breath, you can begin to get that going. And then start to kind of make some swirls, make your movement a little more organic, and just kind of feel into what your body needs. Maybe let the head travel along. Fluidity, you're feminine. But also trusting your physical body as your masculine and allowing you to do this. The container. Strong core, but soft jaw here. And then come back to center. We're going to reach our right leg long behind us, toes point down, and as if you had a cup of tea on your back to really make sure you're not hiking up or having an uneven pelvis. So we thought about our right and left pelvis already, so let's think about it in this shape. Stay right here if you're feeling very challenged. If you want a little more, reach the left arm forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently hug navel towards your spine. And if you want to, you can exhale, bring elbow into knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, navel into knee. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, navel into knee. Release. Swivel onto the left knee. Right foot reaches out. Make sure you're stacked, shoulders stacked over wrist. And maybe the right hand just stays on the right waist, or you can reach the arm up. Start to notice your shoulders. Keep that engagement behind the belly button. And really expand out in all directions here. So legs, arms, head. Slowly come back to center. Keep your right toes on the ground and just do a nice little calf stretch in the right leg. I've been doing a lot of walking and running, so this feels really lovely. And slowly release, other side. First, let's take a little break on our wrist. Sorry, I had technical difficulty. Take a little break on our wrist, shake it out. Come back to center. This time, left leg reaches long. Toes point down. Find your imaginary cup. Engage in the core. Stay here. Maybe right arm reaches. Nice and long. Spacious, expansive. Strong breath. Stay right here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Really challenging our balance here, so take your time, move slow, reach. Exhale, curl in. Right hand plants, right knee swivels to the right, left foot reaches out. Left hand to your waist. Stay here or reach up. Get long, strong. Breathe. And inhale back to center. Left calf stretch. Very nice. Let's get off the wrist a little bit. So back to a neutral tabletop. And step your right foot forward. You have blocks. You can use them here. You want to stack your right knee on top of the right ankle. Spread the toes. Feel into the four corners of the feet here. And you can stay down on your blocks. You can interlace the fingers on top of the thigh, or you can reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Expand. Cinch that spot behind the belly button. And really turn your pinky fingers towards one another to start to feel the wrapping of the shoulders. And release. We're just going to switch sides. So left foot comes forward. Try to be very smooth and cat-like in your movements. No thumping around. Stay hands on blocks. Hands on thigh. or arms reach up. Couple more breaths. Where do you feel strong here? And where can you soften? And slowly release. Move your blocks. Maybe move your blanket. And we're going to take it into our first downward facing dog. Hips reach high. Feel into your hands. Bend the elbows. Let your head drop in between the elbows. And then wrap the shoulders. Pedal out the legs. Find so much love and gratitude for this body that can make shapes, can do what it asks us. It does what we ask it to do. And that can be poor posture or really erect spine. Choice is up to us. Head hangs in between the arms. Gaze back at the feet, maybe the knees, maybe the belly button. And then slowly start to walk the feet towards hands. Feel into the four corners of the feet. You have blocks here if you need blocks for support. I'm going to use some blocks today. Just feels really nice. And then bend into the knees. Bring your hands to your legs and just feel the fronts of your legs, the strength of your legs as you walk your hands up into your mountain pose. Here we're going to rock forward and back. Find evenness. Inhale, our arms reach up. Right hand reaches for the left wrist. Reach up and over. Nice side body stretch. Inhale back to center, arms reach up. Left hand reaches for right wrist, up and over. And then inhale back to center, arms by your side. So here we're just going to start to lift one knee up and then the other. Testing out our balance. Excuse me. Now your knee does not have to lift up super high, just do what you can. Always feel free to use a wall or a chair if you need some extra support. So as we're doing this, we're feeling into the feet, we're feeling how strong and how they take care of us as we use them against the earth, what is also strong and stable. One more each side. Strong core, soft jaw. And release. Let's move into some sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Use your blocks or hands to the floor. Bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen, crown of the head towards the front of your mat. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. So you're in a plank pose here. And then gaze forward, knees drop to the floor, lower all the way down to your belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Inhale up, cobra, open up the chest. But press down through the tops of the feet. Your kneecaps may start to lift. And start to continue to feel that wrapping of the shoulders behind you and knitting of the core. Exhale, lower the head. Bring the hands behind you. And then inhale, lift up for your locust. It's not your strongest, we're just beginning. Exhale, lower, hands come to your chest. Tabletop. Child's pose or downward facing dog. 3 breaths. meet in down dog if you took another route. Totally okay. Begin to look forward, take some baby steps forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through the feet, arms reach up. Inhale, reach up. Maybe a little back bend, starting to look behind you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, crown of the head reaches away from the legs. Exhale, step opposite foot back for your plank pose. Knees are always an option in plank. Knit together, that space behind the belly button. Engage in the hands. Come to your knees as you gaze forward or lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Arms reach, palms down. Inhale, lifts you up, locust. Get in nice and strong in the back body. Exhale, hands to your chest. However you need to get to downward facing dog. Return to the breath if it's left you. If you need to let some exhales out the mouth to make some more space. If you feel like your body's really craving that, listen. And then look forward, walk your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands by your side. So we're going to move along. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. You want to look down and be able to see your toes. If you need more space, you can widen your stance. Kind of feel around, what do you need? And then exhale, take your hands to the block or your floor. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Again, any variation with the arms. If you have any type of knee sensitivity, you may want to skip low lunge and just do high lunge, which is where we're headed. So tuck the toes of the right foot, lift. And then swivel the back foot, heel down into your warrior two. Feel into it, stack the left knee over the right ankle. Really turn on and activate the back leg as much as the front. Navel towards spine. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. And then hands lower, wide leg forward fold. So make the number 11 with your feet and fold. Head drops. Breathe into the backs of your legs, still active in the feet. Inhale, lifts you up. We're going to turn towards the front. Use your blocks if you need to. And we're going to step all the way up till we bring one leg up into like I call this like a one leg knee lift. Exhale, lower chair. So very much strong in the legs. And hands lower. Head lowers. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, back into your mountain pose. Other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, scoot your hips towards the back of your mat and your chair. Find that space behind the belly button. Hands lower to your blocks of the floor. Left knee steps back, low lunge. Moving on to our high lunge. Really squeezing the inner thighs together. Pinkies are turning towards one another. Back heel swivels in, arms open up to your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Nice and long, knowing there's no rush. And then bring that right hand down, parallel your feet, wide leg forward fold. Nice, inhale, lengthen, crown of the head, long. We're going to turn the right foot forward. And we're going to get strong in that right foot, left knee comes up. A little challenging with our balance today, but good for us. And then slowly lower back into another chair pose. And forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back into a plank pose. Lower all the way to your belly. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Arms reach long. Inhale, legs lift. Maybe hands, chest for our locust. Exhale, lower. Plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up. Exhale, back into our mountain pose. Running through that one more time. Inhale, chair. Feeling our strength, but our softness. Exhale, forward fold. Left knee steps back, drop down to your low lunge. Maybe you cactus your arms this time. Maybe you challenge and keep your cactus arms as you come up into your high lunge. Open up to your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And wide leg forward fold. So take some options here if you want some twist or move from side to side. It's what brings you happiness. Where can you be strong but fluid? And then come back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Turn towards the front. Use your blocks if you need to help support you. Get strong in the right foot. And then as you come all the way up, one leg, the left knee lifts. If you fall out, try again. Exhale, chair. And forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up, rise up. Mountain pose. Breathe down into the bones of your feet. Last time on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair. Find the space behind the belly button to engage. This time, right foot steps back, drop down to a low lunge. Inhale, extend, maybe you cactus again. From low lunge to high lunge, super strong. And then find your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And your wide leg forward fold. Again, maybe side to side, maybe some twists. I want to take some twists. Maybe you just allow your head to hang. Feels really nice. Then turn towards the front. Strong in the left foot. That strong brings your right knee up. And sit back chair. Forward fold. Nice. Inhale, lengthen. Step back into your plank pose. Come to your knees or lower all the way down to the belly. Tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Really open up your heart. Exhale, lower. Hands come by your side. Inhale, leg lift, chest lifts, maybe hands lift. Spread the toes. Exhale, lower. Press back into a child's pose. So big toes can touch. Knees can be together or apart, and pause here. Feel the front of your body touching the floor. Feel your breath moving around after we did some movement. Could have been easy, could have been a challenge. It's all good. Connect back to your breath. Maybe you massage the forehead out side to side. Relaxing the face and jaw. Then inhale, come on up. You've got two options here. We're going to start with broken toe pose. You may have to adjust the little pinky toes. If this doesn't work for your body, I want you to come onto your belly and come into your Sphinx pose, and that'll be your heart opener. But we're going to pause here, open up to the feet. Spine is nice and long, shoulders are relaxed. And then go ahead and come up onto your knees. We're going to do some half camels, full camels. So maybe you take the right arm out to the side. Maybe you just do some twists. Maybe you reach back for the heel. Figure it out on both sides. So you're very strong in the core. We've opened up chest. We've worked on stability. Another option would be to take your full camel. You can reach back one arm at a time. I really like this version of grabbing onto my heels and then pressing up into my camel here. It just feels so much better on my low back. You decide what's best for you. Keep pressing the front of your thighs forward, knitting that space behind the belly button. Maybe the head drops back. Find your breath. Feel where the back of your spine is strong, but the front of your heart is soft and open. Exhale, come out when you're ready. If you're in Sphinx, go ahead and make a pillow with your hands and rest. We're going to do one more of those. So come up into Sphinx if you're on the belly. Try another round of camel, however you want to get there, half or full. Breathe through discomfort. Know that being vulnerable is uncomfortable, but necessary if we want to grow. And come out. And come forward. Um, if you're in Sphinx, come to your tabletop and everybody cross the ankles. And we're going to come back onto our backs. So we're on our backs, knees in towards chest. Rock side to side. We're slowly starting to wind down from our practice. Let's find a happy baby, or you can do soles of the feet together, or any other option you feel like you just didn't get in. Please take it. Go your own way as we head towards our final pose. So if you need some more twists, you can take some more twists. I'm going to stay here in this happy baby because it feels really lovely. I'm also going to straighten the legs. You may take that option as well. You know, do what you need. Feet to the floor. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Right ankle on top of left. We're just here going to be briefly, just a small little hip opener. Maybe you gently press that right knee away from you. And release. Left knee in towards your chest. Left ankle on top of right. Gently press away. Release both knees in towards chest. Big, big hug for showing up. That's the hardest part. If you can just show up, you're doing better than most. Especially when you don't want to show up. That's where the real yoga begins. And then slowly begin to stretch out long, 1 foot to each corner of the mat. Always been a fan of a long shavasana, so I'm going to talk us through this. Legs long, arms out by your side. Of course, if being on your back does not suit you, take what you need. Allow your feet to flop in and out. Begin to relax the legs. Relax the hips. Relax the belly. Chest feels open and expansive, especially through the collarbones. Shoulders relax. Elbows relax. Hands are open. Hinge of the jaw releases. Tongue removes itself from the roof of the mouth. Maybe you swallow. Breath returns to natural. Eyes are reaching backwards towards the back of your skull. Maybe you turn your head from side to side to find that sweet spot on the back of your skull, making sure you're not crunching in the neck. And we're settling down here, letting go of our strong embracing our soft. And just continue to feel a heaviness, a surrender, a sinking. This pose really is so important for integrating our masculine and our feminine. It takes strength here to stay still while we surrender. We're here for a few minutes. Continue to get heavy. And then slowly start to bring awareness to your inhale and your exhale. Bringing awareness to your spine, awareness to your heart space. And just notice if you feel any different from when you started. And only you will be able to notice this internally, but others may notice that you've practiced and you're more centered and grounded externally. Just begin to take your thumb, rub it against your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. Feel into your toes, point, flex, maybe a nice long stretch, arms up overhead. And then bend your feet, roll towards your favorite side, pausing in this shape. Using your hands to gently come up to seated. Notice your spine here. Bring your hands to heart center. Notice where you can take this feeling into your everyday. And just continue to notice the masculine, the strong, the feminine, and the soft in your life. The more you notice, the more vibrant and connected and flowy you can begin to feel in your life, in your relationships. That's where the good stuff happens. Gently bow your head towards your fingers in gratitude. The feminine and masculine in me honors the feminine and masculine in you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I haven't taught in probably 2 months, so it feels a little strange, but anyway. Thank you.